Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, and today we are discussing the Pac-12 title game, the last one that we're going to have for a very long time, it looks like. And this is going to be the first of 5 conference title games I'm going to cover. It's going to be the Power 5 I'm going to cover. Unless the other one just pops up that I'm very intrigued by that I can cover with. We're going to cover. But let's start with the Pac-12. This has a lot of playoff indications when it comes to this. You either going to get Washington in the playoffs or Oregon in the playoffs based off the winner of today's matchup. Last time they played, it was a phenomenal matchup that came down to the wire, that some questionable calling by Dan Lanning, Oregon's head coach, that led to them not getting points, possibly questionable decision going for a 4th down in midfield, led to Washington getting the lead. Washington took advantage. Oregon misses a game-tying field goal. I'm pretty sure it would have been game-tying. And yeah, Washington wins at home by, I'm pretty sure, 3 points. But ever since then, Oregon has not struggled pretty much at all. They've played solid teams, or to very good teams, and have ran through them. Main one you could probably say was against Utah. They absolutely rolled Utah at Utah. That's just not a thing that just happens. They are very good. They're a very good home team, and they just mopped the floor of them. So this team is playing very well. Washington has played a very tough schedule. They've had to play a lot of tough teams, and they are still undefeated. And people might talk about, like, oh, they're not looking impressive. Well, they beat everyone. They've beat everyone they've had to play. It's not a matter of being impressive. It's a matter of just doing it. And I think this matchup is the battle of whoever wins this game will be the Heisman winner. Because Jaden Daniels is not in the SEC championship game. And when you compare this opportunity, like in past years of like Lamar Jackson, when he won it, he didn't have to win an ACC title game. But it wasn't this close of a debate. It was one of those that Lamar Jackson took the world by storm, had some huge wins, put Louisville back on the map like it was, and gave them big notoriety. I mean, I don't think LSU was ranked as high as Louisville was when they were there. Louisville was ranked 3rd. They beat Florida State, that was ranked 2nd in the country at that point, by 50 points. Like, Lamar Jackson did some stuff we just never seen to a level that was just wild, at Louisville at least. These two here. Now, Bo Nix at Oregon, who is the most efficient passer in the country, who is very good, can make any throw, can make all the plays that you could ask for. Then you have Michael Penix for a long time. He was the passing yards leader in the country. I'm not sure he still has that, but he's very good in big moments. He can make big plays, and you have a lot of guys that make stuff. Very good receiving core for Washington, a very good receiving core for Oregon. Also, good run games. Very good run game for Washington. They ran through USC that way. I think they're running back at over 200 yards that way. And a very productive running game for Oregon. That's just been very consistent all year. Being able to use Bo Nix and their running backs, which, yeah, I'm not great with names. So, yeah, I'm just going to mention the positions. Very good run games for another very good run games. This is a very good. These are some very good teams. This is a great way for the Pac-12 to end off on an undefeated Washington versus a 1-loss Oregon, which their only loss was at Washington by 3 points. You can't write this better. This is a rivalry. This is a rivalry matchup in the Pac-12 championship. And the main difference you can look at here is defense. Defense. Last game Oregon played, they held Oregon State to 7 points. Very good. They've held Utah to 6 points. They've done very good. And they've just been very consistently good defensively. The only time they've struggled, at least recently, was, like somewhat recently, Washington. They allowed 36 up to Washington. Washington's defense. They've had some iffy plays. They allowed 24 to a bad Washington State team. But it's a rivalry game, so I can excuse that a little bit more. They've had some moments of not looking great. He allowed some stuff to Stanford that you probably shouldn't have. But you got the key stops, which in the day I've thought about since Nebraska and Minnesota the start of this year. It's not about the stops, it's about the key stops that you get. So, in this game here, Got to rely on the key stops. Got to rely on everything. And this, people are talking about it's going to be a blowout in Oregon's favor. I just don't see that. This game is going to be on a Friday night. I'm pretty sure it's going to be at SoFi Stadium. This is an environment that is favorable for both teams. It's not going to be windy. It's nothing like that. Big environment. Stuff that can work with. And both teams here have a very good chance to win this. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I can see this more likely being like last game was against these two rather than a blowout. It's going to come down to who's going to make the big plays in the big moments. Bo Nix can do that. Michael Penix has very much proven to do that. Bo Nix has made some plays like that, but it's just not as shown as much as Michael Penix. He had a big throw against Oregon State. He had big plays against Stanford, big plays against Washington State, big plays against Oregon to get a 2-play drive in to get the lead. Stuff like that. He has repeatedly shown to be a great clutch time player. And I'm not saying Bo Nix isn't, but I'm going to trust the guy, in my opinion, who has done it so many times. Oregon's just ran through teams. But in close games, bad coaching decision, bad defense, missed kick. When Washington's a close game against Oregon, clutch stop, big drive, held them to a longer field goal. Stuff like that. Is that going to change? You could possibly learn from your mistakes. Dan Lanning's going to get his team prepared. Washington's coaches get his team prepared. This is going to be close. I'm giving the score 30. I'm going to make the score, I'm going to say the score is going to be 35-31. Similar score to last time. I think Washington's going to win it, though. Give me Washington. Give me Michael Penix. Give me them. I like how they're played. I think they'll make the big plays when they need to. I think they can play up and play down to their competition, which is sometimes a problem. But they've won every game. It's tough for me to go against a team that's won every game this year, including a game against the team they just played. Or they're going to play. So, yeah, that's my prediction. Put on the comments what you feel about this. Hope you have a great day. Stay safe, y'all. And God bless y'all.